Hello, everybody, and welcome back to MJ Games. I am Michael, and today we are looking at an individual creation as this was created by Powerful 004 Hour, I believe is the name. And this creator reached out to me a few weeks back, wanting me to look at, I believe, probably one of the creator's first parks, and kind of give my feedback and stuff. And then he sent me a link saying, "Hey, I just got done with this coaster." And the reason why I'm spotlighting it is I think it's pretty solid, but I really like the improvements that I've seen between builds for this creator. And so I wanted to kind of take a look at this, as there is some fire mechanics right there that you might have seen a second ago, but we'll see later. And there are a couple things I do want to point out for some little improvement stuff. And the first one would be, and we're just going to keep it that ride closed. The first one would be I would widen the path, because this to me looks like a 4 meter path, and I just feel like that's too narrow for this space. But I love the fencing. I love the custom fencing there using those planks. And you've done different heights. And so really what you just did was you took, actually, you know what, you probably did. Yes, I mean, you copy and paste it at some point, but it looks different enough to where, I mean, you got different heights. I mean, these are a lot lower, so like you've done a good job with that. And then also kind of placing the thick wooden beams around for kind of like an edging. And then if we look right here, we've got kind of this, it's like a very creepy kind of vibe and feel. And so I love what you've done here with the queue. I think it looks really good, and I love the views you get right there. Now, I like what you're going for here. I just think we don't need to see those building stuff at all. So here's, if you don't mind for a second, what I'm gonna show you what I would have done. So let me get this off real quick. So what I would have done was I'm gonna keep this, but I'm gonna move it out of the way for a second. All right, so now what we're going to do is we're going to place a wall. And since everything's wood, we're going to do where is it at? There you go, the natural wood plank. So the thing is, I want this to actually cover up everything. And so that would just be there. That would be there. And then obviously you'd have to do one for that side part, or you could probably get away without having that actually. And you could just probably do. I mean, I would still probably have it, just because you don't want to see kind of these breaks in it, if that makes sense. But if we're going to go this way as well, I mean, then you could just place a custom door on there and so forth. So now, like, that looks better. And then if we take these two, I think it was these two, yeah. Yep. So if we take those two and then we move it back over, so you still got the uniqueness to it, and then you could even kind of raise it up or however you wanted to do that. But you've just got the wall behind it, which kind of, I mean, it just helps, right? Because you're not going to see something like this in real life with just all those openings and stuff. But I think the concept of what you were going for there was really good. And so let's actually go ahead and take a look at the coaster now. And if you look at the interior of the station, like, I like the wooden railings you use there. As I said before, I like this kind of eerie, almost kind of like graveyard, spooky feel to it. Let's see if it does anything at night. Yeah, I mean, there's a little bit of smoke there, which is nice. So now if we go this way, if we look at the stats on the coasters, it's called Dragon's Lair, and look at the station. My gosh, that's quite tedious. Now, it's gonna say the lateral G forces are pretty high, and I'll be honest, I don't know exactly where that is. Like, I have an idea, but I don't know for sure. But I think just one of those situations where I think it probably got it a little bit off on that part. But let's go ahead and take a ride on the coaster, and I'll chat with you afterwards. So that was Dragon's Lair, and I really like that. And one thing is, we're going to end up riding this coaster at night to end the video. But one thing I want to point out here is, especially for being kind of on the newer end of the creators, which it looks like you did some custom supporting there, which is good. I feel like you just got to have the connector pieces. Um, so that's the only bit of advice I would give on that. Like, it's a start. And so props on that aspect of it. But this is a really good custom version right here. Like, it was pretty smooth throughout. I like the pacing of the coaster, and yeah, I mean, maybe a little bit quick at the top of that top hat, but overall, I think really, really good coaster. So now let's change this to nighttime, and let's go ahead and end by taking another ride on the coaster, but we will ride in, what view do we want to ride in? Let's go chase view this time. So thank you guys so much for watching, and I hope you have a wonderful rest of your day, and talk to you later.